Grooming is a problem that we are now seeing all over the U.S. Just to give you a few headlines from just this month. In Oklahoma, a cheerleading coach was arrested after a student claimed he was in a 5-year sexual relationship with the 45-year-old, saying the two had sex over 300 times. A married cafeteria worker in Connecticut was accused of grooming and sexually assaulting a 14-year-old boy in her car. An elementary school teacher in California now facing up to 29 years in prison as well after allegedly grooming a 13-year-old victim, even keeping a photo of that child in her wallet. Just some of the headlines. Joining us now to discuss grooming and how to protect young children, NewsNation contributor, former CIA officer, and former CIA special agent, Tracy Walder. Hi there, Tracy.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So I would think most people have heard of or know Paris Hilton, new memoir out, and she's certainly drawing attention to it. Here's part of what Paris Hilton describes in her memoir of what happened to her. There's a nickname for her teacher. She writes, quote, "Mr. Abercrombie called me almost every night. We talked for hours about how amazingly mature, beautiful, and intelligent I was, how central, misunderstood, and special." Is this sort of like the typical case of grooming, and why are we seeing so much of this now?
So, Blake, that's a great question. I think one of the biggest reasons is online access. The FBI reported in 2022 an 80% increase in online grooming activity, and the people that were most affected was the 12 to 15-year-old kind of age group, and those are that age group that's the newest really to social media, quite frankly. And really only 4% of the outreach in terms of grooming was really aggressive, so really obvious in nature. And I think that's probably the biggest thing leading to this increase or this spike, particularly.
Look, you're the expert, so I'm not going to second guess you, but I would just say, like, the internet's been around for years, decades. So why now? Why are we seeing this now?
So I think also, too, it's being reported more, quite frankly,
Right.
and I think that's actually a really good thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my own daughter, when she was 3, was the victim of this at her school. And I think part of the issue is that, and one of the biggest things that needs to be done is that administrators need to be doing more in reaction to this. If you look at the case of that cafeteria worker that you mentioned in Connecticut, she was friends with a multitude of freshman boys online. And why that was not reported is mystifying to me. And if it was reported, why nothing was done about that is mystifying to me. Most schools have in place a non-friend policy for teachers of any student, and I think that's a big problem.
I don't want to get into your own personal experience, but it sounds like you have some with this, and it caught my attention when you said that your child was 3. Mm-hmm. It goes up as young as 3?
Sure. I'll be very transparent about it. I'm former CIA, former FBI, but I was also a teacher as well. And so my daughter, in her pre-K little class, if you will, her teacher is now serving 27 years for child pornography charges. And so it literally can happen to anyone. But I said something. Right. And I think that's what's the most important thing to do.
The Center for Child Protection warnings, Center for Child Protection has put forward warning signs. If we could put that on the screen real quick, and I'll just show you a few of them. They say this is what parents should look out for: targeting the kids for special attention, gifts, or activities, slowly isolating a kid from family members and friends, undermining relationships with parents and friends, and gradually pushing or crossing physical boundaries. You can see some others there as well. Is there anything else on that list that you think should be on there, or something from that list that sort of catches your attention because it sticks more than the others?
So there's probably 2 things. I think that isolation and withdrawing that you mentioned, I think is a big thing. But I also think sudden changes in behavior of the child is a really important thing. I had a daughter who was very complacent, very kind, very shy, who turned into sort of, I guess you could say, a nightmare. And the reality is that was her reaction to what was going on. And so I think sudden changes in behavior, good or bad, are actually incredibly important to watch out for.
Hope your daughter's doing okay. How old is she now?
She's 7.
She's 7. Okay. Not much older than mine. I'm not sure it's fun, but you have personal experience with this. And so it's great to get your insight. Tracy Walder, all the best to you, your child, and your family. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Blake.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.